Well, would you believe it? I finally got the motor in there. So just wanted to kind of show you how things are looking so far. So since the last little video blog on there, I went ahead, got the haze mount installed and got the YS 115 installed in the plane at this point. So I can see the install looks pretty clean. I did have to shave a little bit of the triangle stock on this side just to offset the motor a little bit, just so I could get it to where it would center out. So not a big deal. It was just take a little bit of Dremel, but I've got it in there. I don't have the lines hooked up yet with the fuel tank, but that's real general easy stuff. Went ahead and also added additionally to it these Dubro brackets for the mount, the cowl mount brackets. I've used them before in the past. I like them. I'm using those in addition to the screws that it comes with, and went ahead and cut it and drilled all the holes as needed on the cowl for everything that I needed. So got the on the side for the high and low setting, the bottom for the glow igniter stick. It has to be long. I'm going to need to get a long one because the standard one just won't work. And then cut the hole on the side. It's a little larger just so in case the motor bounces around in there, it's not going to rub up for the exhaust on this side. So I'm actually going to use the standard exhaust. I'm going to use a muffler on it just to give it a try, see what it looks like, because again, I'm going to run this in silver, not gold, so I don't think I'm going to need the extra horsepower. I've got the larger displacement motor. I'm going to be running. I'm going to try breaking it in with just the 20% and see how that looks, and then if needed, I'll go to the 30% on it. But I think the 30% with the aggressive prop on there is going to be enough. I don't want this thing to be a breakout nightmare. So other than that, it's in there now. Talked to Sergio. Sergio is having concerns, wanted me to make sure that based on the vibration of this motor, that really to reinforce the firewall area to really get it put in there. So you can see there's some triangular stock in there, but it's pretty small, so I'm going to beef it up, put some larger stuff in there, and then of course fuel proofing this with epoxy. And the fuel tank actually slides in from this area here to the back, so or to the front, I should say. So, but I'll probably have enough room to put the triangular stock, and I'll go ahead now that I know where the motor goes and everything. I can go ahead and epoxy the front, fuel proof it, and that'll beef it up too. I think if by putting the larger triangle stock, maybe some basswood or whatever on the front there, and then just putting a generous portion of epoxy on it, this should be ready to go. If anybody else has any comments about reinforcement on this, I'll be glad to hear from you. And anybody who's ran the 115s, just let me know what you think the best prop would be to start off with breaking it in. So I'm just going to go with, I'll take a look in the booklet and just go with a moderate prop for right now. Once I get the motor, get some little bit of time on it, breaking it in, I'll change over to the more aggressive pitch. So other than that, that's about it. The other thing is too, this is the scale spinner that came with it. It's pretty beefy, and I like it. I had to widen the sides for the pitch on it, and the one thing that I did not like about this spinner is that it comes with these tabs to put in. If I can get it out, come on. Well, I can't get it out. Initially, this is actually supposed to go on the back side, but what I found is on the tab on these, putting this little bracket in there, that I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's actually not completely utterly flush. It's raised just a hair, and when you put it on here, because of that, you can see that small minute gap right there. So you can see that's real good. You can see that the back plate is not actually even touching the motor. So what I've had to do is I take this bracket, turn it on the other side so that the back plate actually fits flush against that, gets all that surface area on there. The only thing I'll just have to do is on the back of these APCs is take this and just grind this inner ring out just so that it accommodates for that shim. So those people that, if anybody knows, with world models, something they need to get clarified, they need to get this fixed, is they are not have these, this should be flush and it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and give this spinner a try, and if not, if it doesn't seem to work out the way I want it, I'll go ahead with one of those Dave Brown or True Turns or something like that. But I'm going to give it a try. Let me give it, see what happens with it. So at this point, hopefully, maybe I have a picture of it with the cowl on. I'll post that on there too. Hopefully the next video you see of this will be it actually running. So stay tuned, folks.